Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, Matt. This is Smacking to the Mat. This is draft results of WWE SmackDown Raw draft because they happened Friday and it finished off today. So go through it and see what I assumed. As you can tell, to the right of me, I have everything on WWE's website, the whole entire draft rounds and stuff. So let's get started, shall we? So basically, the rules were Raw gets 3 because it's a 3-hour show. SmackDown only gets 2. If they wanted a tag team, they could keep the whole tag team or split them up. Same thing with stables. Champions will be figured out later down the road, I would guess. So with that being said, let's get started. So Raw had the number 1 pick. Of course they would. And they picked, obviously, the champion, Drew McIntyre. Who wouldn't? It's true. He's great. Don't think he would do really well on SmackDown. I mean, he might. He's good no matter where he's at, honestly. So SmackDown counterplay is going to pick Roman Reigns. Saw that coming. Raw, they're going to keep their women's champion, Asuka. SmackDown picks Seth Rollins, which is cool. I'd like to see what's going to happen with Seth. This is Seth's first time being on SmackDown, so it should be very interesting, in my opinion. If they do it right, though, see, just by looking at this first round, well, and then Raw, as their final one, got the Hurt Business, which included the U.S. champion Bobby Lashley, my boy, Shelton Benjamin, another underrated talent in my opinion, and Cedric Alexander, who's underrated as fuck right now, and MVP, who's actually doing really well right now. So, with this just round 1 draft results, I say good on Raw. They got 3 of the top things going for them, right? That's been going for them throughout the summer, fall area. So awesome. SmackDown, Roman just came back, and you got Seth. So you know those two can put on a hell of a match and all that. So is Seth going to change his name to the Friday Night Messiah? We'll find out. And with that being said, those titles will stay on their respective shows. So, round 2, Raw selects AJ Styles, which is great, in my opinion, because AJ, you can have AJ versus Drew and it would be fantastic. Or AJ versus Orton. Because I think we were supposed to get that, but it didn't happen. Yeah, we were supposed to get it, but it never happened. SmackDown picks Sasha. Raw selects Naomi, which is weird. I thought she would stay with the Usos, but I forgot where the Usos went. SmackDown selected Bianca, and then Raw selects Nia and Shayna. So with that being said, it doesn't matter for Nia and Shayna because they can show up on all 3 since they are the women tag team champions. With SmackDown getting Bianca, I said this on Friday, that means the Street Profits will jump over to Monday Night Raw, or to SmackDown as well. And spoiler alert, I was correct. So, round 3, Ricochet got moved over to Monday Night Raw, where he's been forever. SmackDown's keeping Jey Uso. Raw's keeping Mandy Rose. SmackDown selected Rey Mysterio and Dominic as a duo. And the Raw picked John Morrison and The Miz. So, with that being said, they're going to keep the Rey Seth storyline going, but it's going to be on SmackDown. So it might not be as good, in my opinion. But we'll see what happens. Rey, in my opinion, does better on SmackDown, just because that was his brand when they first did the draft split. You had Rey, you had Eddie, you had Benoit, you had Edge, you had Angle. Back in the beginning of the 2000 era, dude, they were good, real good. And then the final round saw the newly crowned tag team champions of Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods go to Raw, and Big E staying over on SmackDown. I'll get to that in a minute. And Raw got Dana Brooke. SmackDown's keeping Otis, and Raw is keeping Angel Garza. So interesting. We'll see. My thing with with them splitting the New Day as a trio means that they're giving Big E that singles push. Because Kofi and Woods showed up, they weren't gonna continue that push if all three of them were on the same show. The only reason why they gave it to Kofi at that time was because that was a good thing for Kofi. It had everything going for him. That's why they gave it to Kofi, in my opinion. Kofi's good. Kofi's great. Glad he had his Mania moment. He should have had it years ago when Edge took him out of the chamber the first time around, and they don't go anywhere with that, which was stupid because Kofi even said when he talked on Edge and Christian's podcast, he even said, he was like, it was dumb because we didn't do anything with it. And Kofi's been underrated for years. Don't get me wrong, Big E, I love Big E. He's been underrated too, and he should have had this title run a long time ago. Honestly, when he first debuted with AJ Lee and Dolph back in was that 2012, 2013 area, that would have been good. But I digress. And obviously, SmackDown getting Otis means they split up Heavy Machinery. Stupid. But we'll see. Raw and SmackDown can make trades too if they want to, so we'll see what happens. Round 5, which was announced on Talking Smack. Raw's keeping Carrillo. SmackDown's getting Buddy Murphy. Raw has Tucker now. SmackDown's keeping Kalisto. And Raw has Drew Gulak. So, General Zod. I mean, they gotta do something with Tucky, man. If you're gonna split him up, he better be a good singles. He's gonna get lost in probably the 24/7 fucking run around bullshit. Unless they make a deal, what they should do is, let's see, why don't we swap Tucky out for Jey Uso? Jay's not gonna, Jay or Jimmy, pretty sure it's Jay. He's not gonna beat Roman at Hell in a Cell. We all know that's not gonna happen. Just swap them so Tucky and Otis can stay a thing. But they won't because they're idiots. But, so there's night 1. Then night 2, as you can tell, the draft, night 2. So, this wasn't part of Monday Night Raw. This was just on WWE Network exclusive. Lindsay Dorado and Grand Metalik are now over on Raw. So, Lucha House Party is split up as well, just like the New Day. And then Shorty G is staying over on SmackDown. Like anybody really cared. But he was doing the thing with King Corbin, so we'll see what happens. So on Raw, you have The Fiend. It's cool. I don't know what they're going to do with him. I mean, after watching Raw, they have him and Alexa Bliss do something with Andrade and Zelina, so we'll see what happens there. SmackDown gets Bayley, makes sense. Raw keeps Orton, makes sense. SmackDown now has Street Profits, which I called ahead of time. And then Raw's keeping Charlotte Flair. With Raw keeping Charlotte Flair, they're going to keep Andrade as well. So, round 2, Raw picks up Braun Strowman. Kind of saw that coming a couple weeks ago when he showed up for Raw Underground. SmackDown's going to keep Daniel Bryan. Raw picked up Matt Riddle. SmackDown has KO now, so that'll be interesting to see what happens there. Raw has Jeff, which I'm more proud of. Jeff can do better on Raw. I mean, the roster is more stacked now, but I don't know what they plan on doing. Round 3, Raw picked everybody in Retribution, including Mustafa Ali. SmackDown takes Lars Sullivan. Thank you. Raw picks up Keith Lee. Thank you. SmackDown keeps King Corbin. Thank you. And Raw gets Alexa Bliss, which we knew that was going to happen since her and Bray Wyatt are doing their thing. Round 4, Raw picks up Elias. So Elias and Jeff are going to have their feud going. SmackDown's keeping Sami Zayn, which I don't know where the direction he's going to go in. Raw picks Lacey Evans up, which is going to be interesting. I wonder where that's going to go. SmackDown keeps Shinsuke and Cesaro, which is cool. Now you can have those two fight the Street Profits, even though they've already lost to the Street Profits. And then Raw has Sheamus, which, with Raw picking up Sheamus, in my opinion, one of the best moves they made. Because now you have Sheamus, and you have Drew McIntyre. If anybody out there's watching this, give me Sheamus versus Drew for that title at whatever December pay-per-view it is going to be. Because we got Hell in a Cell, we got Survivor Series. I don't know what December's pay-per-view is going to be called. Whatever it's called, I don't really care. Just give me Sheamus versus Drew. And if you don't do that, it's fine. Put Sheamus and Big E in that Rumble. Have them be the final two. Let Sheamus become a 2-time Rumble winner. Turn him face. Turn Drew heel. Let Sheamus win it at Mania again, because that'd be great. But you won't, because you don't listen. But it'd be great if Sheamus is on his last run. I'll be honest, he's on his last run. He's admitted it. Or if Joe's healthy, bring Joe in. I miss Joe. So, but anyways, round 5. Raw now has Nikki Cross, so that'll be interesting. SmackDown gets Dolph and Rude, so now we have Dolph and Rude versus Street Profits for the titles, because I'd love for Dolph and Rude to get those titles. Raw keeps the 24/7 champion, R-Truth. SmackDown gets Apollo Crews, so that'll be interesting to see what goes there. Raw's going to keep Davikato. Duh. Obviously, they're going to keep Davikato because, he's Shane the boy. That wasn't going to go anywhere. And then round 5, that happened over on Raw Talk. Raw's keeping Titus. SmackDown's keeping Carmella. Duh. Huh. Raw's getting Peyton Royce. SmackDown's getting Aleister Black. And Raw's keeping Tozawa. So Tozawa's still going to be going against Drew and R-Truth for that title. Black moving over to SmackDown means Selena will probably go to SmackDown. Unless they keep them two separated. They might keep them separated depending on the situation. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. There's all your draft results, ladies and gents. So with that being said, going forward with it, I see Ziggler and Rude becoming tag team champions at some point before the end of 2020. Hopefully, anyways. I see Alliance hopefully winning a U.S. title from Bobby Lashley. I doubt it'll be from Bobby Lashley, but we'll see what happens. I don't care about Lars Sullivan, so to be honest, I really don't. And yeah. I mean, do we really want to see Bray versus Drew McIntyre right now? I don't think so. I honestly don't think so, but it could be interesting if you do it right. If it's done well and done correctly, it'll be good. But that being said, ladies and gents, I'm out of here. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, tell your friends. If you didn't enjoy it, tell me. I can improve. Just let me know what you think in the comments on how do you think the draft worked. Overall draft for its entirety, C+. But we'll see what happens. Good to shake things up. I don't know. I should have done my own little draft thing, like my own mock draft kind of deal. Should have. I didn't think about it. I had too much shit going on. So, but we'll do it later. Again, thanks for watching, guys, and enjoy. And again, I have been Matt over at Smack It to the Mat. Thanks for watching, and thank you.